Hello, everybody. I just wanted to do a brief walkthrough of the social issue honors project for those of you who are interested in that. So I'm going to start here with the information overview page, and then we'll navigate through the module. So basically, an honors project is a way to make your transfer application look really nice. You know, if you're going to transfer or if you're going on to graduate school, it is really a big strength and gives you certain advantages to have taken a class in its honors format. The way to take this class in its honors format is to complete the honors project. And hopefully I'm going to replace this video down here with the video I'm currently making. Hopefully the video will help you, but for any additional questions that you have, by all means, just let me know. I'm here to help you. So the first step is going to be the proposal, which is it's in quiz format actually, and it will help you. Oh, it looks different for me than it would look for you. For you, it will look like this, more or less. You will think about, you know, the details of what you want to do your project on, and then you're going to talk about that a little bit in the proposal. Before you try to do the proposal, though, like read through the whole thing. There's no paper option for this. Most people do a presentation, kind of like the presentation I'm doing right now, you know, that kind of thing. It's a lecture, essentially. Most people do that. Not everybody does that. I had somebody who did a board game, and I had somebody else who did a comic book. You know, like some very cool things have come out of this project. So, you know, there are submission requirements that apply to every kind of project. You have to take notes on your main source. I'm going to talk about what that is in a second, and submit those. You need to have a script if it's a presentation, and it's not necessarily a script. There's a video about that explains kind of what that means. It's just like to make sure that you have good notes and you have a plan. And then you need an APA formatted reference page. Depending on what your project is, you might not have, you know, a video recorded, or you might, I don't know. But it depends on what kind of topic or what kind of project you propose, right? So there's lots of resources for you about helping you develop your project. But the very first thing that you should do is review the rubric. The way that you do that is you go to the assignment and you scroll down to the rubric here, and you read through what's required of you. Okay. And please do understand, you need to receive 70 points or more to get credit for this project. Okay. So make sure you understand how many points are assigned to every different part of the project. Okay, so you are required to stick to peer-reviewed sources. You should know what those are by now, but if you don't, there is a page for that will help you. Please, 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 if you are not quite clear on this, please contact me and I will help you figure it out. We need to make sure you will lose a lot of points if you are not using peer-reviewed sources in their required numbers. So make sure that you understand that. So the idea is you're going to pick one of these topics, and you don't have to pick the source that is listed, you know, and you don't even have to pick one of the topics that is listed. These are just some ideas. You will pick one of these, and you'll either read it if it's a book, or you will listen to it if it's a podcast. Most of them are podcasts. And you will take your notes. You will think of ideas. Okay, the concept here is that as you're listening, as you're reading, you'll think to yourself, oh, that's an interesting concept. I want to know more about that concept. And you'll write that down in your notes as something potentially that you want to do your project on. For example, in the Turnaway study, which is not exactly a book, but for now we're going to talk about it as a book. There's a really interesting idea around the social support for a single parent, and how useful social support is in keeping a single parent out of poverty, keeping that young family stable, that sort of thing. So you would write down that idea, like, oh, maybe I want to do my project on that. And so if you decide to pursue that when you're done listening to or reading the book, you would start researching what the peer-reviewed sources would be around that concept, and then you would create your presentation, right? You would outline it the same way you outline a paper. You would lay it down into your presentation, and then you would record your presentation. So it's not about the book itself. Okay, this is really important part of this concept. It's not about summarizing the source. Okay, that's not what this project is at all. This project is about letting the source inspire you to research something else, something related, and to go into that thing in depth. Okay, so it's important that you understand that. So let's navigate to the next thing in the module. There is a discussion here, and it literally is just like, if you're stuck or you need help or you don't know what to do next or whatever, you can ask your question here. You guys are all probably going to be doing different things, so it's not particularly useful to say like, can we collaborate together? Although that is a possibility. I will have higher expectations of you if you work as teams, but it's certainly a possibility if that's what you want to do. This is mainly just a place to ask questions, like you don't understand the requirements or you need some support or whatever. So this is the proposal that you would do. Again, it looks different for you than it would for me. So the resources and tips, okay, so these apply to papers and projects. It does say general paper slash project information. There is no paper option available for this project, but the concepts and the practices are all the same. In the end, it's all the same. So, how to find a peer-reviewed source is going to be the same, whether you're writing a paper or creating a presentation. The paper writing guide might not be as helpful, because that really is about exactly how to write a paper, but the organization in how to write a paper, the organization about a paper also applies to your presentation. Okay. So, how you outline your project. There's a document here. There's also a Zoom walkthrough. It is exactly the same as what you do as paper. I feel like a broken record, but that will really, really help you find your organization and how to read a scholarly paper, right? A peer-reviewed paper. This is really helpful for that. So there's some help resources down here, but again, I'm here to help you anytime that you might need it. Again, we're back onto the submission page. Do not forget this rubric. It's really, really important. So I just want to talk like a little bit about the concept of doing an honors project in this class. It is an advanced level amount of work, really. And you will need to think about how you will find the time to do that. So originally in this class, this project was required for everybody, but that was before we had the Poverty by America book. So I've replaced the project with the Poverty by America book. So you have a whole extra book to read plus a project than the students who've created this project in the past. The honors projects are not supposed to be easy. They're supposed to demonstrate your mastery. So I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you. If you think you are biting off more than you can chew, you do not need to complete the project. It's not like there's a notation on your transcript that says that you tried it and you didn't do well. That doesn't exist. Okay, so there's no harm in trying it, and we can meet every week during office hours if you want, to discuss how to best support you. So anyway, hopefully this answers some of your questions, and as they come up, please do message me and let me know. Thanks.